This is a promise with a catch. Only if you're looking can it find you. This true love is searching too. But how can it recognize you unless you step out into the light, the light? Don't be sad, I know you will. But don't give up until true love will find you in the end.
There is a mirror in our relationship to the earth, a reciprocity found in the seasons, the waking soil, mountains, and skies that serve as guides to the rhythms and cycles within our lives. I feel my ancestors through the rituals of the seasons. In winter, they offer themselves in a vibrational hum. The rattling of furled birch leaves, the wind-creaking pines, the song of a single chickadee, ancient sounds known to my bones. I kneel on the cold earth, snow giving life to the world below, waking my body from the slumber of winter. I genuflect to Mother Earth, honoring the shift of darkness to light, the duality that exists in and outside of me. Through ritual, I honor my roots. Buried deep through the horizons of time, I see my ancestors engaged in earth worship, barefoot and wide-eyed, celebrating the arrival of spring. Today, I celebrate with them. New beginnings. I feel the warmth of the sun on my skin, and I breathe deeply, filling my lungs with gratitude for the stillness of winter and the awakening of spring. Austera marks the spring equinox, the midway point between winter and summer solstice. A pagan celebration of rebirth, fertility, and balance. I create an altar to honor the stirring of the earth, allowing nature to be my guide. Flowers, crystals, tarot cards, and sprouting paper whites. I invite in the elements and light a single candle to welcome my ancestors and the goddess Austera. Behind closed eyes, I imagine her belly swollen with life, the crown of her head enveloped with flowers and budding eyes. She is the first warm spring winds, the birds that return, the trees that bud and curl forth leaves and flowers. She is the awakening earth, the rabbits and the deer, the eggs that appear after a winter of no light. Merging with the divine feminine, I feel the energy of life in my own womb, the unfolding of new beginnings drawn by the light. I become a conduit, receiving the wisdom and deepening, the merging with spirit of life that lives within all things. I feel my lineage awaken inside of me. It sends roots through my feet and radiates light from my heart. It is luminous and sacred.
Rituals of spiritual ancestry have spanned far and wide. These rituals deepen one's felt connection to the universe. I chose to explore the ritual use of peyote, a type of cactus that contains a psychoactive substance called mescaline, which has been a sacred medicine to indigenous cultures of northern Mexico and the southwestern United States, spanning back as far as 6,000 years. This ritual has evolved and is in large part the reason that Native American church exists today. Peyote rituals are seen across various Native American tribes, and like many other rituals, intentions are what steer the ship. Set and setting are key parts to this experience. In this ritual, groups gather in circles under a teepee around a sacred fire at night. Led by a roadman, the plant is ingested. The sound, vibrations, the energy of the drumming and playing of sacred instruments, like the thumping heartbeat of Mother Earth. The group chants, sings. They take time for prayer and reflection. They commune together for breakfast in the morning. Peyote is more than a sacrament. Native Americans view it as an ancestor and living relative, a health restorer. They sense it to be living and a part of us. More than anything, remembering our connection to nature, to everything and everyone. Native Americans faced oppression, genocide, forced assimilation. Westerners have tried to strip Indigenous Americans of what they hold sacred, an attempt to erase the wisdom of the ancestors. They did not surrender to the forceful nature of domination. They created an institution, the Native American Church, to give them a voice. They learned our system so they could protect their way of life. The pure will and innate drive to protect what is sacred. The desire to give to others, to provide this medicine to their children and grandchildren as a tool to experience this sacred bond to nature. I felt connected to these rituals because of the profound experience of remembering our relationship to nature. I feel connected to my ancestors most in moments where I have deeply sensed my own relationship to nature. And psychedelics were a tool in helping me recognize this relationship. And I wanted to express my gratitude for these experiences by taking time to get to know and honor these sacred ancient rituals, to honor such indigenous wisdom that teaches us how the medicine can be a tool. 8 years ago, I created this image in response to the interplay of music, community, and nature that I felt during various psychedelic experiences. That same year, I created this image in response to a specific psychedelic experience which brought me much closer to nature. It was the first time in my adult life that I can truly say I felt like a part of nature. This imagery of these connections and branching continue to show up often in my art. When I hear Native Americans advocate for these medicines, I feel understood. I feel connected to them. I have so much respect for their strength, their resilience, and their wisdom. And I want to thank Indigenous Americans for their devotion to preserving and advocating for their sacred.